tracks these mysterious objects, hoping to get some clarity on the recent surge of mysterious sightings in the sky.
In a universe brimming with wonders and boundless possibilities, a chilling reality lingers in the shadows. These mysterious entities defy the laws of nature, and their existence is a constant enigma, challenging the boundaries of our understanding. We're talking about unidentified flying objects, UFOs, a phenomenon that has captivated humanity for decades. But what if we told you that the truth goes far deeper than we could ever imagine? And what if we revealed that the United States Pentagon, the very epicenter of power, has been harboring astonishing secrets about these phenomena? Join us as we embark on an extraordinary exploration, unmasking the enigmatic truth behind the top 10 secrets concerning UFO evidence that the Pentagon has been hiding from us and the staggering implications they hold for the future of humanity. Number 10. Levelland, Texas. In our intriguing journey through the unexplained, we arrive at Levelland, Texas, where a peculiar incident unfolded in 1957. This gripping incident, which even served as inspiration for a scene in the renowned film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, sent shockwaves through the city. Picture this: ordinary citizens, going about their daily lives, suddenly find themselves face to face with a spectacle beyond imagination. Reports flooded in from every corner of Levelland. Dozens of people describing sightings of rockets piercing the sky, peculiar lights dancing in the darkness, and unidentified objects defying conventional explanation. But the intrigue didn't stop there. These otherworldly phenomena seemed to wreak havoc on their vehicles, causing engines to sputter and die out and plunging lights into ominous darkness. Coincidence? Highly unlikely. Authorities were initially quick to dismiss these accounts as mere pranks or tall tales, refusing to take them seriously. However, as more and more witnesses stepped forward, even the skeptics couldn't ignore the mounting evidence. Project Blue Book, a governmental investigation into UFO sightings, was called upon to shed light on the matter. Their verdict? They chalked it up to an electrical storm and elusive ball lightning, a seemingly reasonable explanation, except for one glaring fact. No storms, thunder, or rain were reported in the area that fateful night. Number 9. Belgium Wave. In the spotlight today, we have the astonishing Belgium Wave. It's the late November of 1989, and the peaceful citizens of Belgium are going about their business when suddenly a sight that defies explanation unfolds before their eyes. A massive triangular UFO hovers in the sky, leaving them in awe and disbelief. Reports began to pour in en masse, recounting the breathtaking encounter. But here's the twist. Despite the numerous eyewitness testimonies, there was no physical evidence to back up these claims. Skeptics doubted the existence of the UFO, dismissing it as mere imagination or exaggeration. However, fate had something extraordinary in store. Fast forward to March 1990, and a wave of new sightings emerges, this time with a remarkable twist. 2 military ground radar stations detect the presence of these mysterious objects. Curiosity piqued as the authorities dispatched F-16 fighter jets to investigate the phenomenon. The plot thickened as the pilots were unable to spot anything visually, as they relied solely on their radar to track the elusive targets. Surprisingly, these UFOs display unimaginable speed, leaving the pilots in awe and struggling to keep up. The impact of this incident cannot be overstated, as approximately 13,500 people were witnesses to this extraordinary event. It remains one of modern history's most widely experienced and documented UFO sightings. The Belgian Air Force, unable to provide a concrete explanation, acknowledged the undeniable presence of unknown activity. They chose not to sweep it under the rug, but acknowledged the mystery unfolding. Number 8. O'Hare International Airport. It was November 7, 2006, a seemingly ordinary day at Chicago's bustling O'Hare International Airport. Flight 446 was preparing for departure, bound for North Carolina, when the unimaginable unfolded before the eyes of a keen-eyed United Airlines employee on the tarmac. In a mesmerizing spectacle, a dark gray metallic aircraft materialized out of thin air, suspending itself effortlessly over one of the gates. Can you fathom the astonishment that gripped the witnesses? It wasn't just the lone employee who saw it. An additional 11 employees and a handful of non-employees were captivated by the presence of this extraordinary craft. The time was 4:15 p.m., and the sky above O'Hare became a stage for the inexplicable. But here's where the mystery deepens. This unidentified object remained stationary, almost as if it were taking in the surrounding scene. It defied gravity for approximately 5 minutes, an eternity for those who bore witness. And then, in a breathtaking display of otherworldly power, it defied the laws of physics and ascended vertically, piercing through the dense layer of clouds. Its departure left behind an astonishing sight, a gaping hole in the clouds, revealing a tantalizing glimpse of the cerulean sky beyond. Despite the collective testimony of around 15 witnesses and its undeniable impact on those present, this captivating occurrence went entirely unnoticed by radar. Astonishingly, the Federal Aviation Administration dismissed it as a mere weather phenomenon, refusing to delve further into the mind-boggling incident. But can we accept such an explanation in the face of numerous credible witnesses? News of this awe-inspiring encounter spread like wildfire and attracted international attention. The story became a sensation, captivating the readership of the renowned Chicago Tribune and stirring curiosity worldwide. After all, when such a remarkable event transpires within the confines of an airport, a sanctuary of safety and vigilance, shouldn't a rigorous investigation be a matter of utmost importance? Sadly, the riddle of the Chicago UFO remains unsolved, shrouded in a haze of unanswered questions. What exactly was this dark gray metallic craft? From where did it come? Where did it vanish? And how did it get undetected by the radar? Number 7. Lubbock Incident. Imagine yourself transported back in time to a warm summer evening on August 25, 1951, in the peaceful town of Lubbock, Texas. The air is filled with a sense of tranquility as a group of brilliant scientists from Texas Technical College gathers in the backyard of the renowned geology professor Dr. W.I. Robinson. They bask in the gentle glow of the setting sun, completely unaware that their evening is about to take a remarkable turn. As the sighting unfolds, the scientists quickly realize they are not alone in their awe. Reports flood in from citizens across Lubbock, all describing the same extraordinary phenomenon. These mysterious lights mesmerized onlookers and created an unsettling effect on their surroundings. Engines of vehicles mysteriously sputter and die while lights flicker and fade in their presence. The sheer number of witnesses and the accompanying mechanical disruptions hint at something far beyond mere coincidence. In an attempt to unravel the truth, the authorities launched an investigation led by Project Blue Book, the renowned government program dedicated to studying unidentified flying objects. Yet, even with their resources and expertise, the enigma remains unsolved. Amidst the mounting public interest, another remarkable account emerged from a location over 350 miles away. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, an employee of the top-secret Sandia Corporation, boasting a high-level Q security clearance, finds themselves awestruck by a similar spectacle. Alongside their spouse, they recounted witnessing a colossal aircraft silently soaring through the night sky, adorned with 6 to 8 pairs of softly glowing bluish lights along its wingspan. This corroborating sighting only served to deepen the mystery, raising more questions than answers. As the investigation unfolded, the scientists meticulously gathered data, measured angles, tracked speeds, and attempted to determine the altitude of the unidentified objects. Their tireless pursuit of truth leads them to a startling revelation. While the government's official explanation attributes the lights to birds reflecting mercury vapor street lights, the scientists remain unconvinced. They know in their hearts that this explanation falls short, failing to account for the magnitude and nature of the phenomenon witnessed. The Lubbock incident continues to intrigue and bewilder to this day. Despite the passing years, the questions linger. Number 6. Waning days of World War II. In an awe-inspiring twist at our captivating number 6 spot, get ready to be transported to a pivotal moment during the waning days of World War II. Picture yourself soaring through the night skies in a daring flight over the Rhine Valley, caught in the throes of uncertainty and anticipation. The year is 1944, and Lieutenant Fred Ringwald finds himself as an observer in a night fighter aircraft piloted by Lieutenant Edge Luter, with Lieutenant Donald J. Myers skillfully manning the radar. As they navigate the dark expanse, a glimmer of curiosity catches Lieutenant Ringwald's eye. Perched upon the distant hills, a sight both mysterious and mesmerizing comes into view. A cluster of lights, vivid and fiery, casts an otherworldly glow against the night canvas. Intrigued and perplexed, the trio directs their attention toward this enigmatic spectacle. The radiant orbs, bathed in an entrancing shade of orange, defy conventional explanation. Together, they attempt to unravel the origin of these ethereal lights. Their trained eyes scan the radar, hoping for a clue, yet to their bewilderment, nothing registers. Could this be an airborne weapon, veiled by the chaos of war? Their hearts quicken, preparing for a potential encounter with the unknown. Every instinct tells them to remain vigilant, but just as swiftly as they appeared, the lights vanish into thin air, leaving the intrepid men stunned and questioning their own eyes. Unsure of what they have witnessed, they guard their experience, fearing the skepticism of their comrades. However, as whispers circulate through their unit, it became apparent that they were not alone in their encounter. Stories began to emerge from fellow pilots and flight crews, recounting similar sightings of the enigmatic orange glows. One account sends shivers down their spines. A pilot describes a close encounter with a cigar-shaped object, its fiery red glow illuminating the sky mere yards from their wingtip. Lieutenant Krasny, consumed by a sense of unease, commands evasive maneuvers, yet the object remains eerily close, defying the laws of physics before vanishing without a trace. Over time, various theories emerge in an attempt to explain these mysterious phenomena. Some attribute them to the toll of combat fatigue, while others speculate on the clandestine work of Nazi astrophysicists. Yet the truth remains elusive, like a puzzle piece waiting to be discovered. Number 5. Big Flap. As we are transported back in time to the tumultuous year of 1952, a time when the world was gripped by a feverish panic surrounding the phenomenon of flying saucers, our focus is drawn to the skies above Washington, D.C. It is in this hallowed airspace that a series of peculiar and unexplained events took place, leaving an indelible mark on history, forever known as the Big Flap. During this extraordinary period, a flurry of reports detailing potential UFO sightings flooded in from both civilians and military personnel. These sightings, which later became known as the Big Flap, captivated the imagination of the public and sent ripples of intrigue through the corridors of power. The skies above the nation's capital were abuzz with strange objects, leaving witnesses in awe and disbelief. As the number of sightings continued to mount, a special intelligence unit of the U.S. Air Force was dispatched to investigate the phenomenon. The magnitude of the reports was staggering, leaving no doubt that something extraordinary was unfolding in the heavens above. What intensified the intrigue surrounding the Big Flap was the unsettling fact that radar operators stationed at the national site witnessed these unidentified objects gliding with audacity past iconic landmarks such as the White House and the Capitol building. Determined to shed light on this enigma, 2 F-94 interceptor jets were scrambled, poised to intercept and investigate the mysterious objects that had piqued the nation's curiosity. However, as the interceptor jets closed in on the unidentified targets, a mystifying turn of events transpired. In a puzzling twist, the objects vanished into thin air, leaving the pilots and investigators dumbfounded and deprived of the answers they sought. The frustration mounted as the official explanation fell short, failing to provide the clarity and closure that the public and researchers desired. The lack of substantial evidence combined with the official explanation that was released only served to fuel early conspiracy theories. Whispers of a clandestine government cover-up, an elaborate scheme to conceal the existence of extraterrestrial life, began to circulate among those who dared to question the official narrative. The notion that the truth was being concealed ignited a sense of curiosity and skepticism that continues to captivate imaginations to this day. Number 4. Shag Harbor Incident. This mysterious event, often hailed as Canada's own Roswell, has remained shrouded in secrecy. Surprisingly, it seems to have slipped under my radar until now. Let's travel back to that fateful evening on October 4th, 1967, when a small fishing village in Nova Scotia became the epicenter of an otherworldly encounter. Imagine this. As the tranquil town of Shag Harbor embraced the night, the serenity was shattered by an astonishing sight. An unidentified object, as if emerging from the depths of the unknown, crashed into the frigid waters off the coast. Startled witnesses, numbering at least 11, were mesmerized by the event. Some recall hearing a haunting whistling sound, followed by a thunderous explosion that reverberated through the air. Their eyes widened as they beheld the mysterious craft submerge beneath the waves. Among the eyewitnesses, 2 accounts left an indelible mark. First Officer Robert Ralph and Captain Pierre Charbonneau of Air Canada Flight 305 were on a routine flight when they spotted something extraordinary. They pointed out a radiant rectangular object with smaller lights trailing behind, hovering alongside their aircraft. The sky erupted in a spectacle of light as a silent explosion erupted near the unknown craft, followed by a second explosion dissipating into a bewitching azure haze. Imagine the awe and disbelief that consumed these seasoned aviators. Meanwhile, at sea, Captain Leo Howard Mercy was astounded by what his radar revealed. 4 stationary blips flickered on the screen, prompting him to gaze out of his vessel's window. To his amazement, he observed 4 luminous objects forming a perfect rectangular configuration, approximately 28 kilometers away. On deck, the entire crew of nearly 20 fishermen, along with witness Laurie Wickens, stood spellbound as an immense object floated effortlessly in the Atlantic Ocean, tantalizingly close to the shoreline. Overwhelmed by this inexplicable spectacle, they swiftly contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police to report their otherworldly encounter. As news of the incident spread, the RCMP, joined by the Royal Canadian Navy and the Royal Canadian Air Force, launched a comprehensive investigation. Yet despite their concerted efforts, no tangible evidence or trace of the mysterious craft was ever recovered. Curiously, official records indicated that all commercial, private, and military aircraft along the eastern seaboard were accounted for during that eventful evening. The questions linger. What precisely transpired in the depths of Shag Harbor's waters? What enigmatic force could have caused such a spectacle? Number 3. Humble French farmer are captivating 8th spot. In the balmy month of July 1965, a humble French farmer named Maurice Masse found himself at the epicenter of an astonishing encounter that defied all rational explanation. Maurice, taking a break from his daily routine, stepped outside for a smoke, unaware that fate had something extraordinary in store for him. As he gazed at the idyllic landscape, his eyes widened in disbelief as an object descended from the heavens and landed gracefully in his cherished lavender field, a mere 200 feet away. At first, irritation gripped Maurice, presuming it to be an unauthorized helicopter landing on his cherished land. However, as he drew closer, his world turned upside down. Standing before him was not a mere helicopter, but an otherworldly oval-shaped craft perched on 4 enigmatic legs. 2 beings, no taller than 4 feet, emerged from the craft, emitting a strange grumbling sound. Maurice, in awe and trepidation, observed their peculiar appearance before one of the beings aimed a pencil-like device directly at him, leaving him frozen in time, immobilized by an inexplicable force. Minutes later, as if sensing their task was complete, the beings retreated into their extraordinary craft and vanished into the heavens. Maurice, released from his inexplicable paralysis, found himself drenched in awe and confusion. It seemed like a fantastical tale, yet the evidence left behind bore testament to the extraordinary event. Remarkably, the craft had left an indelible mark on the lavender field. A mysterious hole, surrounded by moisture, marked the spot where the craft had touched down. Strangely, the soil in that precise area transformed into an impenetrable solidity, resembling concrete, unlike the soft earth surrounding it. To add to the perplexity, the vegetation in the vicinity withered and perished. Soil analysis revealed an unusual abundance of calcium at the landing site, surpassing levels found elsewhere in the lavender field. This inexplicable alteration in the soil composition left experts scratching their heads, struggling to explain the anomalies. Number 2. 171 sightings. In our possession, we hold a highly classified report that has stirred up quite a frenzy. It's still early in the year, but already mind-boggling revelations have surfaced, one of which involves a report delivered to Congress by the Director of National Intelligence. Since August of the previous year, a staggering total of 510 unidentified aerial phenomena have been documented in protected airspace or near sensitive facilities. The report sheds light on the nature of these sightings, categorizing 26 of them as drones, 163 as balloons or balloon-like objects, and 6 as clutter, although the specifics of what clutter entails remain ambiguous. However, what raises eyebrows is the fact that 171 sightings remain unexplained, leaving us to ponder their peculiar flight characteristics and extraordinary performance capabilities. Adding to the intrigue is the source of these sightings, predominantly coming from Navy and Air Force pilots. Their trained eyes have captured these enigmatic phenomena, sparking both curiosity and concern. And yet, we must keep in mind that the information available to the public is merely a 12-page declassified summary, a mere fraction of the comprehensive secret report that was presented to Congress. The true extent of the report and the fate of the ongoing investigation into these 171 sightings remain shrouded in mystery. Number 1. Westall Incident. In 1966, a remarkable event unfolded in Australia, the Westall Incident. Nestled in the realm of Melbourne, a school became the stage for the largest mass UFO sighting in the country's history. Astonishingly, over 300 students and staff members bore witness to multiple UFOs silently gliding through the sky before gracefully descending upon a nearby field. Though largely overlooked at the time, this incident has since captured the imaginations of many. Amidst the plethora of witness accounts, one story shines brighter than the rest, shared by the school's science teacher, Andrew Greenwood. Summoned by a distressed student, Andrew ventured outside, unknowingly stepping into a realm where skepticism would crumble. Before his eyes, a shimmering silver object, roughly the size of a car, stood tall with a metal rod piercing the air. His perception of the world forever altered. As if scripted by a cosmic playwright, 5 planes swooped in, encircling the mysterious object, while a growing crowd of curious onlookers gathered. Andrew bore witness to a display of aerial prowess unlike anything he had ever seen before. In his words, every time they got too close to the object, it would slowly accelerate, then rapidly accelerate, and then move away from them and stop. A dance of acceleration and evasion played out for approximately 20 minutes before the enigmatic object vanished, leaving the realm of human comprehension. Yet, what unfolded next was even stranger. The school's headmaster, seemingly eager to bury any discussion of the incident, issued stern warnings of severe consequences for anyone daring to speak of it. When the Royal Australian Air Force sought to investigate, he refused to cooperate, erecting a wall of silence. Whispers surfaced of mysterious visits to witnesses, foreboding figures cautioning against divulging the truth. Some witnesses, initially open to sharing their experiences, suddenly clammed up, leaving Andrew puzzled and intrigued. Thanks for watching another episode of Voyager. While you are still here, make sure to click the video on your screen for more quality content.